I have some snakes that are in need of some assistance with some shedding, so that means I'm going to soak them. And then we're going to be dealing with a snake you guys haven't seen in quite some time. He sees me the same way that Alien versus Predator. Predator would look around seeing thermal imaging. That's how he sees me. I'm a big fireball right now. Be very smooth. Woo! See that? Just like I was talking about. Beautiful Wagler's pit viper. Look at that snake. You'll see it's got beautiful coloration. The midsection, the first section, but that last third has a bit of stuck shed. Hey buddy, this is why we always use the hook, because you never know when your king cobra is going to come out and investigate. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to my wildlife. I'm currently hanging out in the snake house with one of my beautiful reptiles. We got the fly river turtle from Papua New Guinea. His name's Finn, and he's lovely. We've got Cobra, the green tree monitor, the beautiful green tree monitor, also known as an emerald tree monitor. We've got eyelash vipers all over the place. We got king cobras in the back. Today we're going to be making sure that everyone gets a good hydration, gets some good water. I have some snakes that are in need of some assistance with some shedding, so that means I'm going to soak them. I got a tote right here, ready to go for my beautiful Wagler's pit viper, a species found in Southeast Asia, a beautiful species that's not necessarily deadly, but definitely a snake you wouldn't want to take a bite off of because it could definitely cause necrosis and eat away at an appendage. You don't want to lose one of your fingers. Don't you want to be able to text? You can't text without a thumb. Alright, so we're going to take this snake out. We're going to put it inside this tote right here. It's going to soak for about an hour. Then we're going to move on to Kevin because he needs a little assistance with some stuck shed around his hood. We're going to put him in a big can of soak. And then we're going to be dealing with a snake you guys haven't seen in quite some time. I'm not going to tell you. You want me to tell you? I'll tell you. You want me to tell you? No? Yeah? You want me to tell you? No! I said I was going to tell you. It's a surprise. Alright, so let's get this enclosure unlocked. Dude, don't look at the codes. It's not 000. Alright, so we're going to get that top pushed back. It's my extra barrier so nobody puts their hands on top of the enclosure and gets tagged through the mesh, because that has happened in the past. Not at this facility, but at different facilities around the world. Sometimes people put their hand on top of a cage like this, not realizing that the fangs of some of these venomous reptiles can actually go through that mesh and get you in the hand. So we actually have double layering for all of these exoterras just to make sure it's nice and safe for the public. So let's get this beautiful Wagler's pit viper out. And remember that name, pit viper. This snake is focused on me completely right now because I'm giving off a heat signature. He sees me the same way that Alien versus Predator. The alien, you look around, oh no, it was Predator. The Predator would look around seeing thermal imaging. That's how he sees me. I'm a big fireball right now, so I'm kind of intimidating, especially the way I move around. So be very smooth. Woo! See that? Just like I was talking about, he could pick up my heat signature. He felt threatened, and he wanted to lash out. But that's perfectly fine. If you look where the snake's at, this animal is actually cornered and has nowhere to go. So at the end of the day, he's just defending himself, and he wants nothing to do with me. Let me get a smaller hook. There we go. There we go. I'm going to come around town. Give him a good hook. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Beautiful Wagler's pit viper. Look at that snake. You'll see it's got beautiful coloration. The midsection, the first section, but that last third has a bit of stuck shed. And soaking this snake will actually help. This is lukewarm water. We're just going to put the snake gently into the water. And because this water has depth and this snake has nothing to grab onto, this will actually force the animal to swim a little bit, which will encourage this animal to actually go to the bathroom, which is super important. I'm going to get all my clips ready to go. All right, there we go. Nice and secure. So this Wagler's pit viper is going to soak in here for roughly an hour. Being in that depth will help it go to the bathroom, which is very important because the boreal species like the Wagler's pit viper sometimes get a little bound up. Just like green tree pythons and other boreal species, sometimes they hold a couple of those meals. That fecal gets bound up and then they need a good moisturizing, a good soak basically to get that poop flowing. Alright, so we're going to leave the Wagler's pit viper inside that for about an hour. Like I said, we're going to close up this enclosure so nobody walks in here and freaks out that thinking there's an escapee. Let's go over here. Now we're going to be taking care of Kevin. Kevin the king cobra, the most famous snake on the internet. Now, let's see, we got just about over a foot of water in there. Real good lukewarm water. We're going to get Kevin into there, let him soak. We're going to get Kevin out. Hey, buddy. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a moment, where he's got a little stuck shed. So this will help him out a whole bunch. Hey buddy, you are so thick. Look at that tail. Ooh, that's a big king cobra. Ooh. Come here, big boy. And then I can clean out some of that poop he's got in his enclosure. It's okay, big boy. Look at him. Ooh, he's sussing out the situation. He's like, what's going on? What a beast of a king cobra. So let me get part of him in there. Oh. Put him down for a second. He's got his tail wrapped around my leg. Excuse me, good sir. I'm trying to help you with your bath. You don't have to tip me, but I will assist you because I must. All right. That's such a big snake. Hopefully at the new facility, I won't have to soak my kings anymore because they can soak on their own in a large water feature in their walk-in enclosure. So that's something I'm looking forward to. Come here, big boy. Come here, big boy. I'm gonna get you into the canyon. Nice and secure. Perfect. Okay, so what I'll do now is get something really heavy. That's not gonna work. Okay, so let me get something else that's really heavy. That should work. All right, now we're gonna be moving on to a snake that we don't get to see on the channel too much. Before we do that, let me show you guys something. So basically what this is right here is a bite protocol. For you guys who are not familiar with the channel, haven't been with us for the past couple years, this is required by the state of Florida to have a venomous reptile permit. You must have a bite protocol for every species you own for how to treat the bite, where the nearest hospital is, all the local numbers who have people who have anti-venom. This is very important. I just had a new addition to my bite protocol. As a part of the first aid, I got this. Look at this. This is an Elapidae bite kit. This was actually a gift from Joe Wazalewski, the biologist we did an interview not too long ago. So basically, it's a tourniquet. What you gotta do is if you're bitten by a coral snake, a mamba, a cobra, a king cobra, you take the tourniquet, you go above the bite, tourniquet that wounds, prevent that neurotoxic venom from traveling up the body, shutting down your vital organs, because with the Elapidae family members, they shut down your vital organs. They cease your diaphragm from working so you can't breathe on your own. It's terrible. It's deadly, deadly dangerous, and it'll shut your body down to the point where you're not alive anymore. So this will prevent that neurotoxin from traveling. Now, on contraire, if you were to get bit by a rattlesnake or any other viper, you would never use a tourniquet. If you used a tourniquet above the bite, you are now letting all that necrosis, letting all that necrotic acid-like venom, you're letting it sit inside that wound. So if you put a tourniquet, you're gonna let your arm just rot away. So basically when you get bit by vipers, it's actually better to let the venom disperse throughout your body versus one area getting localized necrosis and then you just lose your arm, basically rots away. So you'd only use a tourniquet for Elapidae family members, coral snakes, mambas, cobras, king cobras, kraits. You never want to use this on a viper. Just a little tip. All right, I'm going to put this back up here. Thank you so much, Joe Wazalewski. When he handed this to me, I said, oh, you really do care about me. Thank you, Joe. You do want me to live for a long time. All right, now what we're going to do is get one of these snakes that we haven't dealt with in a long time. We haven't dealt with on the channel. Maybe if you're on the Patreon page where we have exclusive content, you've probably seen this snake quite a few times. We're going to be taking out the Jordan's Pit Viper. It's going through shed, and it definitely needs a little bit of assistance. So let me get my little hook, and let's go get the snake inside a container. Perfecto, perfecto. See? All right, so this is the Jordan's Pit Viper. It is somewhere in here. It's probably under the log. And it's a good thing we're going to be soaking this animal because he needs to get his enclosure cleaned as well. So it's a win-win. Let's see, he's somewhere in there. And there's always the chance of them being up on the lip because this glass has a track to hold it, and that track has a lip on the top and on the bottom, so it poses a potential danger of hiding a snake. You never want to reach inside the enclosure, always use your tools. All right, let's see, where's this guy? There we go. So you can see this snake is going through shed right now. It's got the head cap off, but it's got that whole chunk going on that he needs to still get off. Let me get my other hook. What I'm gonna do is keep that wood up so we don't drop it on our little beautiful snake. I'm taking him out, get the little hook, there we go. There we go, so this is a Jordan's Pit Viper. The Jordan's Pit Viper is from high elevations in places like Nepal. So this animal loves to live high up on the mountains, loves the cool environment, and it's basically somewhat related, or it's actually in the same genus as the Habu viper. And that's actually one of the reasons that I wanted to get this snake, because the Habu viper is one of my favorite vipers on the planet. It's in the genus Protobothrops, and the Jordan's pit viper is in Protobothrops as well. It's called Protobothrops jordani. And basically the Protobothrops are like the fertilants of Southeast Asia. They're not fertilants, but they have a similar body type, similar venom, but they're all found in Asia. Look at that beautiful snake. So this soak will help them get off all that skin, or at least help them in the process of throwing off all that skin to make it much easier. All right, so we're gonna let this guy soak for a little bit. We're gonna let all the snakes soak, and we're gonna put them all back in their enclosures in a little bit. I'll see you guys momentarily. Snakes are soaking, I can take advantage of this opportunity to clean the enclosures, because remember, Kevin went to the bathroom quite a few times after eating that Burmese python. He's still digesting some of it, so let's just get all that nasty stuff out of there. Want to make sure he has the cleanest environment possible. There we go. And now I'm going to go get some fresh water for him, fresh water for Kevin, and then I'm going to clean the green anacondas real quick, and we can see how they're doing. All right, next we're going to be taking care of the beautiful green anacondas. We got one of my females right here. She's saying, hello, how you doing? Get her out. They are getting so big. Look how beautiful these anacondas are. The heaviest snake on the planet, right next to reticulated pythons, with reticulated pythons potentially getting as heavy as greens, but hey, it's a little bit of a debate because those snakes get gigantic. Retics get over 24 feet long, green anacondas get over 18 feet long, or just about. But green anacondas are supposed to be the heaviest on the planet, where reticulated pythons are supposed to be the longest on the planet. But I've seen some reticulated pythons that are like that thick. They get huge. So what I'm going to do now is give Ruth all these green anacondas. There you go. Hold on. They only bite a little bit. All right, Ruth, you just stay right there and don't worry about a thing. I'm just going to clean out this water, and I'll be back in 40 minutes or so. All right, so we got our fresh water. We're good to go. Take out some of the skin that they shed off. I'll take my greens back. Thank you so much. Come on, give them back, Ruth. Give them back, Ruth. Thank you. There you go, babies. Perfect. Enjoy your swim. I'll keep this for memories. And put the guts back. This is going to be an exciting year. I can't wait for these green anacondas to get a bigger, beautiful setup. Nice paludarium setup, water and land. And then as well as moving our yellow anacondas to the new facility, and hopefully with these new permits, I'm going for exhibition or going for exhibit permits, so I can actually have them on display for the public. Big stuff happening this year. I can't wait for these animals to all be in their big, beautiful setups. We're going to be doing it bit by bit, but by the end of this year, we're going to have an amazing facility that we all can enjoy. All right, beautiful people, we're going to be putting back all the snakes. So let's get this Wagler's pit viper ready to go. I'm going to pop that off real quick, get this cage opened up so he can go back to his life. All right, let's see. He went to the bathroom a little bit, so that did assist swimming him. And he definitely got hydrated. Let's get that lid off. There we go. Look at that beautiful Wagler's pit viper. I actually went into Southeast Asia. I went to Thailand, and I was trying to find these guys in the wild, but I was unlucky. But on that amazing trip, I was able to see beautiful crates out in the wild, green tree pit vipers, Pope's vipers, all kinds of different snakes. So I had a great time, and hopefully in the future I'll make it back to Southeast Asia so we can see these beautiful snakes out in their natural habitat, as well as seeing them in some of the temples that they worship these beautiful snakes in. So we can see these guys up close and see the culture that has been built around the beautiful snakes in Southeast Asia. All right, so let me get the lock onto this enclosure so it's nice and secure. All right, put that top back on. There we go. And you, sir, enjoy yourself. Enjoy that water. We're gonna go put the rest of these snakes back. This Jordan's pit viper has been soaking for quite some time, and this should indeed help him out. All right, so let's get this snake back inside its enclosure. Get that lid off. Perfect. And you can see all the skin just throwing off. Look, that was not throwing off before, and it's all starting to come off with ease. Perfect, perfect. All right, so we're gonna take this snake, whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm gonna grab him right by his little tail. We're gonna put him right back inside that enclosure. There we go. And let him be for now. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's get that tail on there with the hook. Perfecto. Now the enclosure's nice and clean. This snake's gonna be nice and hydrated. We'll put this snake back. Wow. Now, let's get Kevin back inside his enclosure. Hey buddy, this is why we always use the hook. Because you never know when your king cobra is gonna come out and investigate. What's going on, big boy? He's so beautiful, I love him so much. Alright, let's leave Anos the snapping turtle alone. What a beast of a king cobra. Alright, back inside the enclosure. We have a lot to do today. There we go. Right in there, Kevin. Whoa, what a beast of a snake, look at that. The most impressive snake on the planet, the king cobra. I got so much respect for these snakes. I can't wait to give him the kingdom he deserves. Get that beautiful tail in there. All right. Secure! All right, beautiful people, I will see you on the next, woo, King Tut, relax. I'll see you on the next one. Stay beautiful, stay safe. Don't forget to check us out on Teespring to get your own Chandler's Wildlife merchandise, as well as check us out on Patreon to see exclusive content and updates on what we're doing in the future. I'll see you on the next one. Stay beautiful, stay safe, and most of all, stay gangsta, G. Don't look at the codes. It's not 000.